You see these spinners? They're called trollcraft. Trollcraft bladed spinners, and guess what? I've never heard of them ever. I've never heard of a trollcraft bladed spinner, but today I'm going to see if I can catch a trout on them. Rightio folks, last week I was out doing a bit of road tripping with my good mate Lindsay Knowles. We stopped into the BP service station in Bright and I spotted a few spinners and brands I'd never heard of, and I saw these bladed spinners by Trollcraft. And I said to my mate Lou, I reckon I could catch a trout on them. So he said, grab them, I'll shout ya. So he shouted me, he bought me these spinners. They were like $5 or $6 cheapo bladed spinners from a service station in Bright, distributed by STM Tackle. I've never heard of them. I wonder if they'll work. Whether they catch fish, they've got the colour and everything right, but whether or not they actually catch fish will be largely determined by how well they spin in the water. And how well they spin in the water will be largely determined by whether or not I can find a creek with enough water in it. It's been very, very dry and the streams are very, very low. But I'm going to go out this afternoon and just see if I can catch a trout on these Trollcraft lures that I've never heard of. Rightio, now here I am. Where would you go fishing in the middle of a drought when there's not much water around? That's right, you'd go to the smallest trout stream that you fish. I fish a lot of little creeks, as you know. I love small streams, but this is one of the smallest. Have a look at it. It is tiny. I just have to hope that I can find some deep enough water to get that little Trollcraft orange bladed spinner to spin in properly. Hopefully there's some deep enough holes. So nice to be out here, absolutely amazing. Check these out. If you want a good pair of sunglasses, get some Bollets. I love my Bollet sunglasses. There's no cash for comments here folks, I have no association with Bollet whatsoever. About 25 years ago when I was a young bloke, I had a really cool pair of sunglasses. They were Bollets. I actually found them and they were the most comfortable sunglasses I've ever worn. I wore them snow skiing, I wore them fishing, I wore them everywhere. And once I wore them out, I replaced them with heaps of different sorts over the years, and for a long time there I've been using the complete angler sunglasses for $15 from Adventure Camping and Fishing in Wang, and they're great. But I don't look after them, so I thought I might go out and treat myself. And I spent $200 on a good pair of Bollets, thinking maybe if I spend big money on a good pair of sunglasses I'll be inspired to look after them a bit better. Anyhow, I had them a week and then I put them through the washing machine. But hey, they're still going really, really well. They were in their case, thank God. The case and all went through the washing machine. They all come out unscathed, and I love my Bollets, and I can't recommend Bollet sunglasses highly enough. Even as fishing sunglasses, these are polarized and they've just been fantastic for me for the last couple of months. Bollet sunnies, there's a free plug. Rightio, I'm dressed, I've got my favourite fishing shirt on, my gumboots on, my rod's rigged up ready to go. I'm now going to be switching over to my GoPro and I'm going fishing. Those star jumps wore me out, but I've had my warm-up exercises. I'm going to catch a fish today, I can feel it. I just saw a trout rise, I kid you not. I just done 100 star jumps. Okay, maybe it wasn't 100, but I've done a few. And then I just saw a trout rise about 10 metres away. The signs are good. Ooh, got him. Oh, look at the size of him. He's tiny. He's tiny. He is absolutely tiny. Look at that. What a tiny weeny little rainbow trout caught on this Trollcraft spinner. See ya mate, I'll get you straight back.
very, very important to be quiet when you do this, to just walk quietly, hunch over like I have just now, just to try and stop yourself from silhouetting against the sky in the background. Be cautious of your shadow on the water. Oh, a fish just hit that then. That deserves a fish, that cast. Here comes about 10, look. The water's nearly boiling. They're all so small. As soon as that lure started spinning, then they're just, all these fish just closed in and they come again. Look. But they're all 3 inches long. I've never seen, I've been fishing this particular creek here for probably 30 to 35 years, since I was a young kid. And I've never seen so many trout in it. It is the most fish rich now that it's ever been. And they are all tiny. Got him. Look at the size of him. That's why the hookup rates have been so bad. Well, I've caught 2 and lost 1. And that is the biggest one that I've hooked today. Have a look at it, hey? I might take a photo of it with my mobile phone. I'm not going to get my good camera out of my bag because I don't want to leave the fish out of the water for too long. I reckon, no exaggeration, on my first cast into this hole, I must have had 10 of them coming out and following this lure. Got him. Is this the biggest one today? Look. Oh, I reckon he's about on par with the last one I caught. Wow. Stop wiggling, buddy. Oh, I might get a photo of you too. I've got a bit of orange in the photo off the lure. That's what I want. Well, this little trollcraft lure with the orange blade, it's a bit like, I guess you could say it's a knockoff of a Salter, a cheap Chinese knockoff of a Salter. But don't worry, knockoffs are popular everywhere. Lure manufacturers knock off ideas from other lure manufacturers. Car makers knock off ideas from other car makers. Supermarkets knock off ideas from their opposition. That's business. Business is business. Whoever can make it the cheapest to the best quality usually wins. And I tell you what, Trollcraft spinner, I owe them absolutely nothing, but I owe my audience the whole world because you guys support me by watching my videos. So I owe it to you to tell you when I discover a really cool product. Now, I can't remember the name of the distributor. You'll have to get that from the intro at the start of the video because I haven't got the package with me. But I bought this from the BP service station in Bright, or my mate Lindsay Knowles bought it for me. A packet of 2 Trollcraft bladed spinners from the BP service station in Bright. I think it was $5 or $8. They were very cheap and they are awesome. They are working a treat. That's got to get a fish, surely. Got him. Wow. Oh, there he goes, he got off. I was just about to wet my hand and he got off anyway. Oh, got him. Look at him. He's a bigger one. Now I'm going to have to do the old skull dragger. Hopefully he doesn't get off. Go. Oh, he got off. I was going to lift him out. Got him. He's a bigger one. Biggest one today. Finally, a reasonably respectable trout. There you go, eh? He's not as big as that big one that I lost earlier. In fact, he's probably only half the size. But he's still a reasonably respectable, lovely rainbow trout. Pretty sure it's a hen rainbow trout just by the shape of the head. I'll get a nice quick photo of you with my mobile phone, mate, and then I'll you back in the drink.
Rightio folks, I am back at my car and I have just had a wonderful little session chasing rainbow trout. Now I've been using this Trollcraft lure, as you would have heard me mention in the video numerous times. Just a recap, my friend Lindsay Knowles bought me this lure while we were out on a photography road trip last week from the BP service station in Bright. Honestly, I can't remember whether they were $8 or $5, but there was two in the pack and they were under $10. I think they were $5 to be honest. What do I think of these cheapo lures that are probably made in China? I think they're brilliant. I honest to God think that they are brilliant. I could not be more impressed with the performance. If it wasn't for the fact that most of the fish in this creek at the moment are about 3 inches long, I would have caught a lot more fish. The creek's small, it's hard to fish, and this spinner is probably a little bit too big for the vast majority of those small fish. In saying that, I still caught 3 or 4 little weeny ones, and I caught a more respectable size fish down there a moment ago. I won't call it a large fish, but I'll call it a more respectable fish. I did hook a much larger fish downstream a bit further. It was a good fish. Now that good fish has a very important role to play in this stream, and that is, wait, stop the press. I think that creates the fundamentals for a whole new video about trout stream dynamics. So stay tuned for my next video about trout stream dynamics. Back to the bladed spinner. Trollcraft bladed spinner. I can't remember the name of the distributor, but I did mention them in the introduction to this video or at the very start. So go back to the start if you want to find out more about these. Look for where I named the distributor. Google them and you might be able to find them stocked in a service station somewhere. I'm not sure. I hope you've enjoyed this video. I've had a ball making it. Stay tuned for my next video, trout stream dynamics.